Hi there, thanks for joining me. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. I've been gone for a week. I've been busy, fear not. I have been cleaning this room and I have been ruthless. And I will be doing a tour video. I thought I had done one this morning and my husband phoned about 1 minute into it. So I hit pause. And then I finished talking to him on the phone. And then I continued. I did a 40-minute video. I even said goodbye and wished you well. And then looked at my, because I record with my phone, looked down, and I had not hit restart. I hadn't unpaused it. So I am toured out. I am not doing another tour today, but I may do one tomorrow. But it is time to start getting together the signatures for the Practical Bookkeeper. I didn't realize how much I had got done on this beautiful book. It was like Christmas, opening that basket and going through it, because I actually have the text block fabric ready and the little thing that I use to poke the holes, and like that's a thrill right there, because that part I find tedious. So that was so nice to find. And so I have the template here. I have some papers that are pre-folded, and as you can see, I have made myself a couple of templates because I am. It's actually a very real thing. I hate to keep bringing it up, but it's a very real thing with this disease I have. It's most people with PBC just call it brain fog, and it really is something our liver does to us. And so all this time that I just thought I was repetitive because I'm a chatterbox, and that still could be very true. I could also hashtag blame the liver. So I've got 2 templates. That's not a bad thing, because I'm usually hunting for it. And now at least if I don't find one, maybe I'll find the other. But you can see I've got my little check marks that I had done. And oh my goodness. So here's the original text block. Oh, see, I've got more papers there. Here's the original text block. I'm going to try and leave it be for now. Oh, there's some pretty paper that they used to seal that text block together. Isn't that cute? I wonder if I can get some of that off and put it back into the book. I doubt it. Oh. No. Nope, and I'm not one of those book fixers who has the special gluey, gooky stuff that they start scraping things off. I'm not that good. So I haven't had that kind of training. So what I'm going to do right now is prepare my plain anchor pages that I always start with, so that I can put my little post-it notes on. I really don't like these neon ones, but I hate not using things up, so I'm going to. The neon will be glaring at me, and hopefully that will motivate me to get it done so I can take those off. Now, with these, because this book is so old, I mean 1884, I think we decided, I'm going to do a lot of ruler tearing. Now, let's do these pages one at a time. So these are big sheets of paper. They're very difficult to tea dye, but they're well worth it. I forget the size of them. 12, 17, does that sound right? 17 by 11? Anyhow, I lucked out because, and this is usually the way it works, my husband had a package at work that they weren't using anymore. They used to print their own timesheets for part of their business requires these huge timesheets, and they print them themselves on their photocopier. And then they found it was cheaper. A local printer does it for them now. So he still had a package, and he brought it home and said, "Here, can you use this?" Yeah, and then no sooner am I thrilled that he had this package of paper in such a nice big size, then I find a completely unopened one at my thrift store. So I'm going to get these ready. I am pretty sure that my brilliant craft crush coined the term anchor page. And if not, she will correct me because she has a brain. She's got a really good brain. And she will correct me as to who it is that coined that term. And you might be thinking, Catherine, why are you going out there for when I make the new size? Just for the anchor page, not for the rest of the pages. I find that the folio, that is the outside folio, still needs to be a little bit longer, and then they need to be a little bit shorter as they go in when you're creating a signature, and that the center sheet, sometimes even the center sheet needs to be trimmed. And then you might be saying, Catherine, why are you wasting these yummy darker edges? Because you know how the edges get darker when you're tea dyeing. And they're just really, really yummy, that darkness. But I want the rough edge of a ruler. So, and I want the top to match the bottom. So I am willing to sacrifice the yummy tea-dyed edges. And I've been really good all week getting back into my routine of tea dyeing 10 pages a day. Just 10. Then it's not a big, huge commitment for me that takes up my entire day. I just tea dye 10. I can tea dye them, and if it's a nice day, I can get them dried very quickly, chase them around the backyard, or if it's raining, as it has been raining lately a lot, like all week. I'm looking for my, hold on, I'm looking for a mat with lines. There we go, here's a mat with lines. Then I will just pop them in an oven for 5 minutes and They'll dry in like 4 minutes. And I'll stack them. I'll just put them, because by the end of the day, if I tea dye them first thing in the morning, I usually have about that much left in the bottom of my coffee pot. So I'm saying tea dye, but lately I've been using the leftovers of whatever's left in the coffee pot. I throw in a dash of baking soda and then off we go. And it's enough to do 10 pages that's left over. And usually by 4:30 or so in the afternoon, when I'm thinking about dinner and setting the table, and Sweetie Pie is on his way home from work, hopefully, if he's had a good day, if I need to, I can turn the oven on just to a low heat, and I'll just put the stack of 10 as they are, because they're already just damp. They're not dry, but they're not sopping wet, and they'll dry very quickly. I'll usually just turn the oven off and let it finish doing its thing. So, and that has been working very well. So I am going to, there we go. I'm just going to tear these. Hopefully this ruler doesn't mind being torn and gives me a nice edge. I don't want it too smooth and I don't want it too rough. See, that's nice. I like that. All right. Oh, I can hear a neighbor's dog barking. So, I hope you are all doing well. I am doing well. I'm doing okay. I had a very tiring week. I gotta come down a bit. Just exhausted. And I know I should be doing this the other way. It's easier to tear the larger side. But, oh well, I'm here. Let's just do it. All right. I cleaned up. Where is my tweezers? Where are my tweezers? There they are. Anyhow, tiring week, or I had a tired week. So hopefully that means next week will be an energetic week. That would be nice. Maybe if I do it this way. There. And that way, I'll show you what I mean. By being able to tear I don't like when 1, 2, 3, and 2. I don't like when they don't put the numbers on both sides of a cutting mat. See how that's easier than trying to grab the shorter side? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Anyhow, I think part of the reason for my exhaustion last week was the rain in general. The rain in Spain is usually causing pain. How's that sound? I shouldn't inflict that on you. All right. righty. I got a little friend sound asleep under the table. I want the side with the metal on it. Part of my really awesome tour that I did that didn't record, I found a few things while I was at the thrift store and also at the also at Dollarama this week. I did very well at Dollarama. So and I shared that with you, and turns out I didn't. And that's crooked. I might finish these and then we can get on with this. Let's just... And I will use my tweezers for that irritating part. Or maybe not. Oh, this is... You're gonna be it. I knew it. Anyhow, I got so much done in this room. It feels so good in here now. My bookshelves. I am so proud of my bookshelves. Boy, this is going to make for one rough-edged book. All right, it will be a flashiest of flashes, and I'll finish these. So hold on. Okay, there we go. That's better. So I still have to erase the little pencil marks. Our family had a very busy week this week. We had, of the 18 grandchildren, 3 were graduating from grade 8 or 8th grade, depending on where you live, what you call it. 3 of them, and they all graduated with honors, which we feel very blessed and very proud of their hard work. So that was very cool to have three graduates in 1 year. And then that'll happen again for high school. So in 4 more years, all 3 will graduate again. And we cross our fingers that it's not on the same day. In this case, 2 were on the same day and 1 was on a different day. For high school, it will be different because the 2 cousins will be going to one high school. Our town has 2 public high schools and 1 Catholic high school. And they're going to the public high schools. So 2 of the cousins are going to the one public high school, and the one cousin is going over because she lives over on the other end of town. Not that her town is that big, but we're big enough to have 2 high schools. She's going to the other one, so there will be 2 graduations in 4 years for them. But it was nice. I was able to, for one of them, I got to do hair, which I love doing grade 8 grad hair. Love it. Usually for many of them, unless they've been maybe a junior bridesmaid or a flower girl in a wedding, usually their grade 8 grad hair is the first time they've had special hair. So it's always fun. And so I got to do one. There was another one that needed her hair done, but her other grandma is also a hairstylist. So I couldn't be too much. I couldn't be too greedy, and you have to share the hair love. And so she had her other grandma do her hair, and then I did the other ones. hair. And then our third one, he went to the barber shop and got an awesome haircut. Oh, it looked so cool because he's got these amazing curls. It was a little Lyle Lovett-y, not quite so long. But if any of you know Lyle Lovett, I think he was Julia Roberts' first husband. And it didn't last very long. But anyhow, I'm off topic. Awesome haircut. Better than Lyle's. But in the spirit of Lyle Lovett. All right, so we've got 5 anchor pages because we're doing 5 signatures. Let me just grab a marker. So we do 1, and I do an arrow pointing up, and I probably did it upside down. I did. 1. So that was exciting. And then all the rest of the children did well too. So they're all, I mean, some are already done. I've got grandchildren old enough that they're all finished, all these things. But many are still in the younger grades and just a few in high school now. In our area, the school program mostly is from junior kindergarten to grade 8, and then high school, so grade 9 to grade 12. And then off you go on your way to either work or an apprenticeship in one of the trades, or perhaps college or university. I've heard that term used interchangeably in the US, and I'm not sure if there's a difference in the US, but certainly here in Canada, there's a difference between going to college and going to university. There's university is usually I mean for one to sound more important than the other, but university is usually the post-secondary education that will lead you on to things such as, you know, getting your Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, you know, baccalaureate degrees, whereas college usually prepares you immediately for the job. So there's no need to continue on afterwards for even more schooling. College, you know, if you're going to become a paramedic. It used to be that nursing, you could go to college for nursing here, and now that has been switched over to you need to get your Bachelor of Nursing in university. But you can still there's different levels of nursing now, because you can still become a registered nursing assistant, I believe, or anyhow. You know what? I'm wandering off topic here. All right, so we need some pages out of here, and I'm thinking I want to be able to save this as the end page. I do love it. I just love that it has his signature, BAB College, Toronto. I know I found out what that meant. The Business Accounting Bureau, I think, of Toronto. And Harriet, like I said in a previous video, because I hadn't completely abandoned you. Was in Toronto, but Harry did end up living his life out here in my town. So he must have lived in Toronto while he was going to this college. And sorry, I'm just trying to get those bumps down flatter, because if possible, I'd like to leave them the way they are. I kind of like how grungy they are. You can see some of Harry's mathematicking. And part of me, there's a blob of ink there. I think I'd like to leave that. I can always change my mind. So we'll see. I even thought about putting this on the back, but then they wouldn't match because this has sewing and this doesn't have sewing. Not sure. Not going to worry about it. I'll think about that another day. I'm recording this on a Saturday. Hubby had to work today. And he's on his way home now. So 1, 2. That's going into the first signature. So there's 3. Let's see if there's anything interesting that Practical Bookkeeper Part 2. There's so many cool pages in this book that would just make fabulous backgrounds for collaging. It doesn't look like there's chapter headings, but there must be. I don't think there are. Usually, if anything, I'll choose a page that is the first page of a chapter. Oh, I like this, how it says journal and ledger. That's kind of neat. Because, of course, we're making a journal out of it and using ledger paper. Let's see where we can cut these threads. Where are they? Oh no, don't tell me it's one of those journals. Please don't be one of those journals. Oh, it is. I don't know if you can see here. The binding is going through holes. I forget what the name of that binding is. So although it's been sewn, there are no threads that I can snip. So I'm going to have to find the center, gently pull them out, and I'm going to have to, oh no, look at that. There are threads to snip. They were just hiding. This book keeps making a liar out of me. Because there is a kind of binding that bookkeeping. Oh, I need that. So that would be 4. And then I really love where it says journal and ledger. Journal and ledger. If I turn this way, that could be a whole page for journaling. Preface. No, I like the preface page. All right, let's put this aside for now, but I think we're going to find a way to put these journal and ledger pages back in. Are you glued? You're glued. You've been put on. Look at that. You've been put on like a plate. Well, we'll put you back in like a plate. Math was one of those things that was very, very frustrating for me. Oh, I like that page. Index to ledger. So many good pages in this. I will have to save some of these. Some of these folios for future journals. There we go. I want to put that in it too. All right, I'm going to put this aside for now. I don't want to take too much out because you know me, sometimes I like to be able to put the text block back in to help hold the book's shape for it. All right. Is that extra pages? I keep rediscovering everything that's in this book. All right. So, Harry, I think what I'm going to have to do is glue those, join those together. Where was the original first page? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's good. Things like this just shouldn't be so difficult. Is that the back of the book? That's the back of the book. All right, so on page 1, I think what I will do is glue it on down here. But then I may add on top of it for decorative purposes some faux cellophane tape. Or maybe that could go on there. I'm just going to have to. I wish these decisions weren't so hard for me, but when I'm slowly, quickly falling in love with a journal, that's what happens to me. All right, well, see, we didn't get much done. We got anchor pages ready. And we picked out some folios from the text block that will be going back in. From there, I'm just going to do an overview because the next time we get together, I will have the folios ready, possibly even all sewn together. I have prepped a few, I've prepped a few pages, folios with the numbers. I love when books come like that with the numbers already up, and I'm going to do that with some of these as well. So they'll be going in. Some music books, music sheets are going in. some calligraphy, some actual old accounting. Bryden Brass Manufacturing Company, Toronto, Ontario. These ones here, these are from Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. This one's from a purchase made by J.W. Jewell in Bowmanville, Ontario, and this is from 1947. So that's going in. This will be going in. It's shorthand. I do want to remember to go over and make a few folios from typewriter textbooks. And then I have some of these really nice pages. And then I have some actual receipts. Thank you to generous people who have gifted me real invoices. From the Daily Reckoner. And then, you know what? If Harry was anything like me, I can't work without singing, so maybe some music. And then there's this ledger paper. Fortunately, I have tons and tons, as you can see, of different kinds of ledger paper to put into the book. It's not going to be a lacy book, but I still want to have some fun with it. And I don't want it to necessarily turn into a manly book. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'd like it to sort of be a neutral book. But still with some fun things in it. Maybe some fun black and white photos and things like that, and ads out of old newspapers. That's what I'm thinking. So, thanks for joining me today. At least I did get some stuff done with all my meandering and wandering about in my chattering here and there. Thanks for your patience with me missing an action all week. But I am still here. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe and sound wherever you may be. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get together soon. Hopefully the next video I will show you all the changes I've made to my room, including why this desk is white and not my usual messy, painty, messy desk. There's a story behind that too. So, take care. We'll talk soon, and I'll show you around a bit when we do. Bye.